Ohachi everybody! How are you all doing today? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Thank you as well, Athesis, for resubscribing at tier 3 for 15 months. Big love to you. Welcome back to the FeebeeHive. How are you? I see. Oh, hi. Oh my God, it's Eggy. Hi, Eggy. Hi, Finny. Hi, Kokomi. Coltain, Guilty, BTR. Hi, Koobs. Hello, Aqua. Hidden, Helen. Millennia. Tachikoma. Mad Machina. Hello, Penguin Gamer. Hello, Jono. Krillalis. Red Lion, Puck. Hi, you guys. Commodork. Welcome in. Cool Devil DJ, welcome. Hi, Mark TDD. Hello, Kitty Warrior, Aural Onyx. Hello, Nyaru. I just finished watching the documentary and I cried. Oh my God, Nya. Thank you for checking it out. It means a lot to me. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm so glad. I think I have seen it enough times to where I won't cry today. Hopefully, the very first time I saw like the ending section, I cried. Which was weird. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna cry. I already know what I know. I said what I said, so I know what I said myself. So why would I cry? But I did. Hi Merceni. Hello. Hi Villa. Welcome in. I'm so glad that my hands are freezing right now too. My hands are also freezing. So I'm assuming that a lot of you guys have probably already watched it, but for some of you, you guys were waiting for me to do a watch party. I'm doing the watch party today. It's not gonna be my first reactions or first impressions or anything like that. Of course, I had to review it before it went up so that, like, you know, Jake was just like, just look at it and make sure that there's nothing in there that you don't want to be included. So I had already seen it before you guys had seen it. So unfortunately, it's not going to be like a first time reacting or anything like that. But I still am here to commentate on it. You know, not Riff Tracks-esque, but like kind of, sort of. And then also answer any questions that you guys have. I would say try to save like questions that you want me to go into depth with for the end. I want to do a Q&A near the end. And but you can ask if you have a burning question. You can ask during the documentary as well, and I'll do my best to answer it. Will the documentary have bloopers/deleted scenes soon? I don't know. I don't think Jake plans on doing anything like that, but he does have tons of footage that didn't make it in, including some really good interview footage. But for some of it like just didn't end up fitting with the narrative that he wanted to go with for the documentary, so it didn't make it in. Or like the microphone settings were bad or something, so it was unusable, and so it didn't make it in. But there's plenty of footage that did not make it in. I wonder if he's gonna be storing that anywhere. I feel like I could use that for like you said, like a silly blooper reel or some kind of other fun content. But that's if he held on to it. It's gotta be like gigs upon footage. Gigs upon gigs of footage. They did an amazing job with conveying your emotions. Oh, thank you, Nyaru. I will let Jake know that. I am so interested. I'm rather not interested, sorry. I'm so grateful towards Jake for choosing me as the subject of his documentary and for him bringing my story to light in such a beautiful way. He really worked hard. I am in constant awe and admiration of the work that he puts out, whether it is like filmmaking work or the cover singing work that he does. Excited to watch it a second time. I'm so glad, Luna. I'm so glad. What happens, and yeah, that's why getting lots of footage is always the best choice. Exactly. Because there were other directions it could have gone in. Like as you saw, it touched a little bit upon the VTubing aspect of stuff, but not fully. So I am going to go ahead and get started in a bit. But I hope you guys have been having a wonderful week. This is going to be my last stream for 2 weeks before I get back from my trip to the East Coast, I'm gonna be flying out with my housemate and best friend Paichi tomorrow to MagFest. So if you're going to Mag and you see me there, feel free to come and say hello. I'm also going to be going to New York for a few days afterwards. So I'm excited to, after the documentary and after we do some Q&A, if we have time, I want to like do a little bit of like New York trip planning and stuff as well. Have fun at MagFest. Thank you, Naru! I am excited. It's my baby's first Mag. I don't know why. I'm feeling so anxious about going. I'm feeling really anxious. I'm like, oh, do I even want to go? Oh, I'm so nervous. Bleh. But like, hopefully I'll end up having fun, you know? Yes, let's go over to our watch party screen. Why anxious? I don't know. Maybe I'm lazy to go. I don't know. I don't know. But then again, I've been to be honest, lately I've been feeling very, very bad. I'm just feeling really down lately, and I have like this habit tracker in my planner, and it tracks different habits. So I have my morning hygiene routine, I have my singing practice, which is the only thing I've been fully consistent with since the beginning of the year. I have my breathing exercises listed. I have exercise, Japanese studying, music theory studying, evening hygiene routine, streaming, Irium, journaling, and my QC work. And I have been slacking. Like you could see, if you were to look at my tracker, it's like X is across the board at the beginning of the year. Not across the board. I haven't really Irium streamed this month yet. But like, I like was keeping up so well with lots of habits. I was exercising every day, and I was studying everything every day, and I've just been sad lately. So I've not been getting as much done as I've been wanting to get done lately. And so maybe that's contributing to the anxiety about going to Mag. Maybe it's also because it's gonna be like a bunch of people that I don't know. But I mean, at least I'm gonna be back. At least I'm gonna be with Paichi, so that makes me feel like 100% better. Not 100%, not like I'm feeling 100% good about it, but it's making me feel at least twice as good about it as I was before. I mean, and then Steiner's gonna be there. Steiner is a MagFest pro. He goes every year, I think. And surely I'll run into other people as well, surely. But maybe it's just anxiety for being in like a big place with a lot of unfamiliar faces. Maybe. I'll try to relax the best that I can. I'll try. While also getting work done, though. I'm bringing a laptop so that I can get my work done while I'm there. I'm not gonna be able to do my recording work, though. So any recording work I need to get done, I needed to get done today. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it all done today. So, we shall see. We shall see. Anyway, enough about that, though. Thank you for allowing me to be a little bit honest about how I've been feeling lately. But other than that, I'm thinking now. Oh, let me make a. Oh, never mind. I was gonna post an Instagram story, but maybe I won't post an Instagram story saying that I'm live. Maybe we'll just chill today. We shall just chill. But yeah. So thank you for letting me be a little honest about how I've been feeling. I'm not gonna get into it more than that, but I am looking forward to watching this documentary with you guys. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Are you guys ready? I'm gonna turn my BGM off. Are you all ready? Are you ready? And then also let me know if the sound balance is good or not once I press play on the video. Yeah. I see Helen says yes. Irsteed says yeah. Tachikoma says, yeah. Cruella says, super ready. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started then, shall we?
A lot of people like to follow the journey.
How is this,
they like to
how is
see
this
them from
balance?
humble beginnings and grow. It's a community event. It's like sports. You're always on the winning team when you're supporting idols. It doesn't matter. They're not pitted against each other. The only thing that they're fighting is the road ahead of them. They just keep going. You're going there for the thrill. The whole place is
I like this intro a lot.
That is your team.
Hi,
and they
Happy
are winning.
Hollow.
They're succeeding at life. So when you support an idol, you're really living out something
That was an Otakon.
But damn, it feels good to watch.
And then Idol Party, some scoops. Lots of different performances. All this was filmed last year.
I honestly think she's the best idol in America.
Comfy.
Definitely one of the idols that I really look up to.
And Very.
She puts in so much effort to all her performances.
Hidden.
Feebee is one of a very, very short list of soloists who both have what it takes
Yes.
and are putting the time and
Now,
effort
so many
and
familiar
grind
faces,
in
right?
to pull it off.
Lots of beautiful, lovely people. None of this could be as magical as it is without you guys. I remember that Steiner was like, oh, I hate my voice when he heard the intro at first. And I'm like, dude, you just sound like a British guy. It's one of the best accents to have. And then apparently, Jake went through my entire social media and took every single flyer and after performance photo I had ever taken for that like section right there. And downloaded it individually. That was Jake's voice.
I'm constantly
Oh, Finny, thank
tired,
you.
but I'm also so excited, so constantly excited.
How long did
and
the filming
tired and
process
excited
for the
and tired all
documentary
the
take?
time. So
This was over the course of
it's like
half a year.
a
So from
state of being
June
all of that at once.
to like October.
So this here is a
Hmm.
full image
Of
of
last
all of
year.
Phoebe's appearances.
Oh, that's from my
and
EPK.
performances at events.
Dude,
It's pretty
okay, real
significant,
quick.
All things considered.
Real quick.
A state
So-
of being all of
so-
that at once.
This is going to
So
be
this here
this is going to be fixed for. By the way, I was so freaking sweaty that day because at the time it was summer in DC
It's like-
and it was so humid. So on one hand, my skin looks like it's glass skin, which I love, but also it looks like I'm sweaty. So I
state
got
of being
self-conscious
all of
about
that
it.
at once.
So
this
real
here
quick
is a
here,
full image of all
this
of
is gonna be
Phoebe's,
fixed for
appearances and
this is gonna be fixed for when the documentary gets submitted to like other film festivals in the future. But look at Steiner's name here. It says Andrew Steiner. Steiner's name is Andrew Hodgson. His last name is Hodgson. He cannot escape Steins Gate. He cannot escape Steins Gate. But that's okay. So his name now is Andrew Steiner.
performances at events.
But yeah, this has been updated. So there's a few more that have been added like up here. But this is a page in my electronic press kit that lists all my performances since 2017. There were a few before that as well. When I was still like performing like in contests at conventions and stuff, but I didn't list those because it's too much. There's already
It's
too
pretty
much.
significant, all things considered.
I need to
Like,
make a second
she's-
page.
She started with only 4 events here in 2017, and if we look here, 24 starts here, leads all the way up here. That's a significant jump. in
24
quantity.
performances in 2024.
Grinding pretty hard. It's definitely more than a lot of other idols I've seen. Phoebe is a very hard worker to a fault.
I am married to my work.
Like
you know?
Tamagotchi.
That's what it feels like right now. But I really want to be able to live in the moment more. Like, surely there was a time in my life when I was able to.
I love the use of my original songs in the documentary?
I am a second generation weeb.
There's baby Phoebe.
Someone that enjoys Japanese pop culture, whether it's anime stuff. I know it's mainly
There's a
attributed
baby
to
Fuff
anime, but
there.
my parents
I don't
are
know if you
just
guys saw
nerds
baby
in
Fuff
general.
back there.
They, before I was even born, were going to conventions every year. So when I was in the womb, apparently, they took me to San Diego Comic-Con. And so I technically have been going since before I was born.
Yeah,
Each of me and my
Nyaru!
siblings were apparently nursed while my mom played a different MMO. A World of Warcraft child and a EverQuest child. I was an Ultima Online child. I don't even know what that is, but I know that my mom and my dad played it when
Another
I was
baby
very,
Phoebe.
very small. They showed me anime, probably movies and
I
shows
like how you
that
put
should
Ranma
not
here.
have watched as a kid.
Because that in
So
particular is what I was
raised
thinking
around all
of.
of this. I
Okay,
actually didn't
okay,
come from
real quick. Did anybody else have this Pikachu doll? Did anybody else have this one? The tail would split all the time. The tail would constantly split, so my parents kept getting me new ones.
raised around all of this. I actually didn't come from a musical background at all, though. Like,
Thank you,
my family
brilliant!
themselves are not particularly creative.
My first cosplay,
It's kind of
technically.
random that I got into singing and music from a really young age, too. I remember when I was probably like 3 or 4 years old, I would gather all my stuffed animals together, put on like dress-up clothes, and ask my parents to like take out
This
the
is
home video
Lavi's
camera and like
art.
take a video of me doing a concert. And then I would sing like whatever I was into at the time. My dad was a sports podcaster at one point. So he had his own microphone, and when he was upgrading his mic, he didn't need his old AT2020 anymore. He gave it to me and
Is
was
it
like,
weird seeing what my
"Love
parents look like?
singing these Japanese songs.
Do they look like me?
How about you go on YouTube?
Oh god,
and
that was
post
baby fab.
videos of you
Baby
singing?"
fab.
So when I was 10, I went on YouTube and I posted my first cover. I remember it was New Year's Eve. It was really late at night, and I stayed up past midnight recording a cover of Sodayo from Macross Frontier.
Oh god. I had unlisted this, so I had to send the unlisted link to Jake. But I have since publicized it. Because I think it's an important milestone.
Macross is a really important show for my family. My parents grew up as Robotech fans. That obviously was the Western version of Macross. And one of the first things they showed me when I was a baby was the movie Macross Do You Remember Love? Which is from the 80s.
Oh, thank you.
It had nudity in it. That left an impression on my baby brain. Yeah,
I love that he kept that in there.
there. Classic Macross songs, and when I was in elementary school, in
Oh, I wish it wasn't,
2007,
Nathan. I wish it
2008,
wasn't.
Macross Frontier, which was the 25th anniversary series in the franchise, started airing, and my family watched that from week to week together. And I remember my dad bringing me to school one day. He was playing Nakajima Megumi. She's the voice actress, both
Such
speaking
cool
and singing
editing.
voice for Ranka Lee in Macross Frontier. I just thought to myself, wow, this voice makes my like heart tingle. What's playing? What's this song that's playing in the car? And my dad was like, oh, it's from the new Macross. Do you want to watch it with me? That's when we started watching it week to week together. Because I was just interested in this random song that played in the car on the way to school. And it became like a bonding thing for my family. I watched the show. It went from I like this girl's voice to I love this character. She's just me. There's so much about her. Like she's this shy girl that loves singing and idolizes.
My dad
this
looks like the
really
Blue Galaxy Power Ranger.
bigger-than-life pop star named Cheryl.
Gonna have to look this up.
She's always being told, like, you know, someone as like shy as you could never. They could never. And then she had this whole Cinderella story.
Kino
thing happen
documentary,
to
let's
her.
go. Oh, thank you,
She
kitty.
always, the entire
Hi.
time, stayed so earnest and so kind, and that's just the kind of person I wanted to grow up
Yeah,
to be.
Ranka's
and
good girl.
The shyness I resonated with. I've kind of been hyper fixated on Ranka ever since then. It's been like 16
Oh
years or
gosh,
something
bad.
since Macross
Well, that was
Frontier
just
aired.
adult
And
Phoebe, but
I
that's also
still-
adult Phoebe.
She's like the one character I go and vehemently
That's
look
also
for
adult
merch of at
Phoebe.
conventions.
Actually, kind of
And
kid Phoebe.
I follow her. I follow Megumi's like solo career and stuff, and she's still my number one after all this time. I think the big thing,
Hi,
big
Merly.
thing that really got me going.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna look up the Blue Galaxy Power
Went
Ranger.
to Super Dimension Con. At the time, it was called Macross World Con. Macross Delta had just started airing, so I dressed up as one of the Macross
Power
Delta characters. I performed a comedy skit, and then went into a singing performance of one of Ranka's iconic songs.
I have all these feelings.
Oh my gosh.
New and old. Inside my room.
He does kind of look like the Blue Galaxy Power Ranger.
And it was
Oh,
not a good
this was the performance that
sucked.
started it.
It sucked
all.
so bad. It
Okay,
really
looking
did.
back though, I think I was too harsh on myself during this interview.
But I won. The crowd went crazy for the performance, and the judges said that they felt the passion, not just for the show, but for performing
So,
in general.
if you looked
And it left enough of
carefully,
an
you could
impression
see
on them
Norp,
that I was
one of our
crowned Miss
our
Macross
former mods,
2016.
Norp, and then also
It meant a lot
DJ
to me,
Azure.
But I wanted to get better. I wanted to
in
be
the
proud
video.
of my performances.
And also
proud.
Yansha.
A place called Idol Academy opened up in Pasadena, California. I wanted to be able to sing and dance on stage properly and be a real idol, just like the idols that I looked up to so much. I started taking these
This
singing
was a
and dancing
time.
lessons. That was how I got into actually being an idol. And so it was me and one other person. And then we became good friends and we formed an idol group. In terms of like doing convention performances, not just like going to my local Cherry Blossom Festival, it was because of that group that I was in, Fairy.
Yeah, apparently my dad's a Power Ranger. This was my first original song ever. This one. I wrote the lyrics.
Our graduation.
Some of you guys may
performance
remember
from that
this
academy
era.
was
Bram,
a
thank you
halftime
so
show
much.
at the Masquerade at Anime Los Angeles, which is big. That's a lot of people for a baby's first performance.
So,
This
performance
folks. Let's give it up for
was the first time where my housemates ever saw me. They were in the audience apparently, and now they're my friends.
I mean, I
I
was
was such
glad
a
to not have
kid.
to do
Oh
it
my
by
gosh.
myself. I'm glad that I had
Which
my partner
ALA
in
was
the
this?
group with me.
2018?
They hadn't come out
I
there to
think?
watch us necessarily because we were so new. That was our debut. But they happened to have their light sticks and they were, you know, cheering for us. And that was
It's
just
perfect, Brand.
so intoxicating, really. Like, I was just like, wow, I want to do that, but better, you know? So I got a little taste
Yeah, we had
during
glowy
my time
skirts.
with Fairy of, you know, doing these performances, but never really booking anything for myself. And then when I decided that I wanted to go off and do my own thing, then I had to learn. How
Oh
exactly
no,
it is that
Boo.
you sign up for these things. You know, sometimes there's applications that you
I'm
fill
happy
out.
we ended up becoming
Sometimes you
friends.
get invited. Well, obviously, at the time, it didn't start out that way. I filled out application after application after application until a point where I had built up a resume big enough to start being invited. It really was building that presence up for myself. And I'm still trying. I'm still trying. There's plenty of places that I would love to perform at that they just don't know who I am yet. And so I'm doing my very best. I had
the
crowdfunded for my
times.
very first original solo EP. It's something I had been wanting to do for a really long time because I had original songs with this group that I was in, and that checked off one dream off of my list. I had stories I wanted to tell. I had messages I wanted to convey to my audience.
Ah, my first MV.
And I felt like I had to make
You
music
were
on my own
there.
to be able to fully do that. So I crowdfunded for that, and my community was amazing. They helped me fund for it. The EP came out, and then we were in lockdown. There was no stage for me to perform my new songs on. I wanted to
Decker, thank
stay
you
in
for the
touch
super
with
chat
my
and have
community
a
as well. It
good
had just
time in
started
Mexico.
growing and blooming. So I decided that I was going to make my own stage.
Hello, everybody. I am Phoebe, your 2.5 Oh, I wanna get back to- Fairytale Idol. I missed you guys so much. How
I'm
are
looking in a
you?
mirror.
I am
Ah,
150
enjoy your work
centimeters
party.
tall. Oh, Mr. Goatee.
4'11".
Thank you
And
for coming and
rounded
saying
that
hi.
up to 5 feet on my driver's license.
Everyone put some hearts in the
A
chat
friend
for
of mine
Jake,
was like, hey, there's this new thing
who's in YouTube chat.
called VTubing, and you're basically an anime girl IRL already, Phoebe, so you should VTube. I was like, I can do that? So I commissioned my model.
I used to
I
play
was one
that at the
of very
beginning of
first
every stream.
English VTubers during
First
the
model?
very start of the VTuber boom that's still going on right now. And it was gonna be a temporary thing. I thought I was gonna just stop streaming whenever the world opened up again. But I fell in love with it. It
Yeah,
allowed
Idolize
me
mentioned.
to interact with
Are
my
you-
audience
you?
in a way that I couldn't from the stage.
Hello, Edwin. Can't join because I'm still in school, but can you say hi? Thank you so much for saying hello, Ellie. Also, Kim, it's wonderful that you got pool toys for your kid. And I hope you have fun. Pizza buffet. I've never seen a pizza buffet.
I wanna go to a
before.
pizza
What's it?
buffet.
Oh.
That kind of connection is something that keeps
Very
bringing me
Mint
back
1.0
as well,
core.
because
Well, we did have the
I
same
get
exact
to
mama.
chat
Hmm.
with them like that on stream. I have stakes in so many people's lives right now because I'm like, how is that proposal to your girlfriend that you talked about like 2 months ago? Or are you still working on that giant Lego
There are specific
project
people
that
I
you
was
talked
thinking
about a
of when
year
I was
ago?
saying these
And
examples.
it's just so cool getting to play a part
Oh,
in people's
thank you,
lives like that.
Lick.
There are people, especially in like streamers chats, that come in and expect you to remember them, remember everything about them, remember their name and what they said the last stream that they were there, and they get mad if you don't, and that shouldn't be expected.
At the
But
time,
my
me,
brain works
Mint,
in
and Lyrical
mysterious
all
ways,
had
and
KTR as
I
our
do-
mama.
I do my best.
So hi,
And then
Yuri.
being a VTuber too, somehow I was able to become more expressive that way. Like it just kind of was no inhibitions. Just
I
let
couldn't.
yourself
I
be
couldn't not remember
cringe
your
as
name.
you- as you want
Brilliant.
to be.
I'm not gonna say it here
Next
though.
time I see that girl, I'm gonna give her a piece of my mind.
This is my face after my housemates eat my snacks, which happens more often than
Okay,
it should. It like, taught me so many skills.
The documentary came out way after that, but it was not these housemates that were eating my snacks. Disclaimer: these housemates do not eat my snacks. Just so you know, it was my old housemate.
I was
Housemates.
able to transfer over to the real life stage once the world opened up again.
Say hello to the future, smiling back at me. Say hello to the me that I have yet to
God, I love Start Again. Ferris was
different
spotted in
on
that
stage.
video.
Same Phoebe as always, but with like
This is
this
the toilet paper
newfound
roommate. Oh no, toilet paper roommate was years ago.
What would happen is I would meet these people online. They would come out to my shows,
And I only lived with her for 1
it was
year.
like seeing an old friend, or like even getting to know them better. Like it just all the things I knew about them, it would compound. Like I would get to know them more and more, little by little, at each show, and we'd have an incentive to keep coming back to see each other. And it's really awesome. I thought it would be different, but it was the same. And I think seeing that the people that care about me so much online in this
Oh,
virtual
thank you,
form
Angel.
could also
It's cheesy,
care
but you
for
inspire me a lot while
me
I'm in a
as
darker
this,
place
like,
in life.
fleshy
I'm so glad,
self that I am
Kitty.
in person.
That
and
means
even
a lot to me.
fly out from so far, or drive out
That's the ultimate
hundreds
goal,
of
you
miles
know?
just to see me.
To
at
be
a
able to
live
do that
show.
with my voice.
It showed
for
me
you
that
guys.
it was okay to be me, and that no matter what form I was taking, people cared about me. That was a big game changer for me. I think that allowed me to be more confident on stage as well. Think about your favorite singer. Now imagine
This
you
was
come
drawn
back
by the
and
same
they remember
album
you,
album
and they say
art
hi to you,
artist as all of my
and,
life.
You know, you can
as my album.
not just sing along with them.
I
in
love
the crowd,
Danika's
but,
art.
you know, have this like really like kumbaya.
I like how they
moment of
use Taylor
everybody
Swift
doing
as the
same
example here.
exact hand motions with their like light sticks and like chanting things, and everybody's there for the same thing. Everybody's rallying around their love for this artist who also loves them in turn.
Hey
It
y'all,
really,
and
it
was
really is called an idol because, like, you know, idols are like a false idol. You like praise, you like worship this person.
Oh, you got
But
this,
it's like
brilliant! I'm
a
so
base
excited
that
for
a
you.
community is built around. Like, I'm not really into like the worshipping part of
Thank you,
idolization,
Aqua.
but I love the way it brings communities together. That feeling that I get on stage when I'm in front of everybody and when I feel more closely connected with other human beings than I do in any other moment of my life. It feels so vulnerable and so intimate, and I love that. I fell in love with that. Somebody came up to me and asked me, what would the end game be for you anyway? What's the end goal for you?
I have since
When I
thought
thought
about
about
this
it-
though.
I want to leave as much of a footprint on this earth as I can while I still have a chance to. It's kind of that's
Yeah,
more
Tokyo
of the
Drift
selfish
was
part
in
of my reasoning,
Shinjuku. My
that
first.
I want people to remember me
Japan
even if I was to
performance.
just disappear one day.
No, not
I
Budokan.
feel like I am
No.
confident that I put out meaningful and good quality music and work in general. But I just need to get the right eyes on me at the right time. And so I think I'm trying to find a way to sustainably continue doing what I love.
I believe that the level of talent she possesses does not match the audience she has right now. I think she deserves a larger audience. Personally, I feel like she has the entertainment value to serve a larger audience.
I'm
So
glad
if she
that.
were to join one of these large agencies, I believe she would be given the opportunity to.
I'm glad that
shine.
Steiner and all of you guys and my teachers
I'm
believe in me.
living the starving artist life, honestly. I starve so that I can make more music.
Actually, I don't even know
but I
if
need to
like.
make money too.
I
so
mean,
can
anime
make more
OPs and
music,
EDs
'cause
would be
music
cool,
costs
but I
money.
think.
And then you make music. And what people don't seem to understand is that
Sorry,
music
I'm
does
like, I
not
can't
make
hear
you
myself
money.
think right now.
It does not. It does not.
Oh, it's true.
There's my recording work, both for original songs, any collaborations with producers, cover collaborations. It's continuing
that was
to do
Jake.
the Yutai stuff I've always done. Any kinds of commissions, because I do vocal commissions, and then I also have my voice acting commissions and projects as well. And
Oh,
then
that
if
was
I'm
when I got
able
to go
fit
into the
in
Square
some,
Enix
like,
office.
personal
That was
projects
fun.
for my channel, like personal covers, which are so rare nowadays. And then on top of that, I've got streams. Those are my main source of income. So I've definitely got to fit those in.
The Make
And
Cafe
now,
stream
as
was
of
so
earlier this year,
fun.
I have both my Phoebe streams and my Ami streams. So I am running 2 separate channels and their respective social medias, which apparently you have to post to every day in order to stay with the algorithm. Stream collaborations, exercise, dance practice, your singing practice, and learning new songs, learning new choreography, taxes, keeping track of your sales, planning answering emails, answering DMs.
Oh
'cause
god.
you know,
Oh,
your
this is
DMs
stressing
are
me
full
out.
of business, semi-business, and casual things, and it all is just a big mess.
Kaku!
Right.
Hi.
Yeah, the performances too.
How are you?
So let's use this weekend at Northwest Idol Fest as an example. The event happens, and I have immediately invites to dinners. You gotta figure out which dinners you're going to, and you unfortunately can't see all your friends, and sometimes business stuff has to take precedence. Day 1 of the con, I had a concert, followed by a meet and greet. Day 2, I had a concert, followed by a meet and greet. Interviews and all of that interwoven in there. Collaboration concert I had with Non-Sweet this
Idolize
morning.
mentioned
Another
again.
concert today, another meet and greet, closing ceremonies, opening ceremonies, sound checking, and all of that. Last night, from 1:30 a.m. until 2:30 a.m., I had a virtual performance at a concert in Malaysia.
Avi Muse.
Malaysia! Or as my FeebeeHive community says, Ohachi!
So, technically, I had 4 performances, 4-hour-long performances this weekend. So, I fit in a little 10-minute nap before the closing ceremonies
Oh, I
today.
remember that.
And I am very tired.
I had to get someone to wake me up before
It's really
the closing
difficult
ceremonies.
balancing all of it. Like, this really is
Klaxel,
my life.
thank you.
You know, this is my everything. And that's both like a wonderful thing because that's what I'd always wanted. and also something that's so scary at the same time.
This year, I think she's done more shows in a single year than any previous year.
More
Many
than
of
the
these
year
were
where I
unpaid
did an actual
appearances.
tour.
Many of these she undertook travel cost herself, and that's
Yes, we love
unsustainable
Aquarius.
in the long term. Mentally, physically, financially, completely unsustainable.
But I actually have gotten personal, like single-spaced, page-long letters from people
Shout out
of
to
worry.
shout out
You
to
know, just being like,
to the people
I
who
know
sent
that
me
you work hard, and I know you're
these
always
messages.
trying to give so much of yourself to people and
I
help
don't know,
them
Nathan.
and make them smile, but like at what
You can ask
cost,
Jake.
Phoebe?
There were many times where I basically saw her hurtling towards a disaster path, so to speak. Pretty much everything she does at full pelt. So she's always trying her very best to bring out the most that she possibly can, but, you know, that over a long enough period of time can have its detriments.
There's some kind
Thank
of
you for the follow.
standard. If not perfection, then something akin to it that I'm holding myself to. Sometimes I wonder if I'm just not cut out for it. Because if someone puts this much work in, if someone puts so much of their life force into it, and they're still not able to reach some of these heights that other people are able to, then perhaps it's something wrong with me, you know? That's what I think sometimes. I'm just like, maybe this is just the limit of what I'm capable of.
This
It's
is
so
where I cried
hard.
before.
Especially not knowing what people want me to be. And what do I want me to be? I want to be what other people want me to be, but like what do they want me to be? And then if I become that, am I gonna be happy? Will then I be satisfied? Will I be like, oh yes, I've made it because I'm exactly what people want me to be? How will I know? And what is it anyway? But I've been doing a lot of thinking about where I can go with that, you know?
You can get so lost in your own world, especially
Lost
in
in the
entertainment.
sauce.
There's been a long period of burnout
Thank you
for Phoebe,
guys. Thank you.
but I think that she's currently working on making steps to get out of it.
Oh, definitely.
I've become more forgiving with myself in some ways. It's just gonna be a long journey, I think. Especially now
Oh, Penguin
realizing
Gamer, I'm so glad you're here
that
today.
I pushed myself to a really unhealthy point. Yes, I can have these big lofty dreams of just being, whatever, the biggest idol that I can possibly become. But there's gotta be something a little more tangible and a little bit more grounded, I think. Because if I don't become this, like, ultimate idol that I want to become, does that discredit all the other things that I've done? Or all the other hearts I've already touched? Does it discredit it if I don't make it to this nebulous finish line? Because I can't keep asking myself those, like, unanswerable questions of, what do people want me to be? When will I know that I have become what people want me to be? When will I know that I've made it, you know? I need to stop asking myself those things and start asking
I
myself,
don't know how
can I do it
Jake
in a way where I'm happy?
got
How can I
just
do it
the
in a way where I'm
piano.
healthy?
Got the stripped down version
think
of
we
your
all have a
harmony here. I don't
manager.
know how he
This
got it.
manager in particular.
I don't know if
Hopefully will help
Balance,
with
or
that.
I mean, I don't know if
By making plans to keep on
like,
top of that, to
the
pace
balance
things
was
better,
adjusted
to
for
choose
different
events
levels
that
with like
respect
software
your
or
needs
something.
and care about your needs and are attentive to those needs, you mitigate the risk of running yourself ragged. And that's kind of what I'm hoping we can go for now.
Oh, but
My
this part
stance
is
at those
so
people,
good. Like
Whether they're
the way he used the
fans or other
music.
idols or friends or staff members, my management, I think that they all will understand if I ever need to take a little step back or if I need to take it a little bit easier. I think it's beautiful to have a dream and to keep that dream in your heart.
Oh, you know,
and even
maybe
if it can change,
Aphix sent
that dream can
something
change,
in.
and that doesn't mean that you failed. It's just the
Thank you,
evolution of this
Tiny.
thing that is so precious to you, that drives you to live. Who knows? Maybe I will get that big break one day. Regardless, when that happens,
Thank you, wrestling
I want
enthusiast.
to be at a point where I can take on all those cool opportunities head on without worrying about overwhelming myself. Like, I want to really just live my life happily. Maybe I don't need to think about that happy ending so much anymore.
I like
I
this
think
line.
there's a lot of really, really nice things happening in the present as well. I want to take care of that me right now. Not just the me at the very end of the story.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart, everybody who watched it both today and on your own. And anybody that's like not here too. I did not okay, first of all, I did not plan out that last line. I did not write that ahead of time, but I feel like such a freaking genius looking back on it and being like, I like that line because I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I kind of want to turn that. I want to turn that into a song, you know. And I will get a little bit into that question you guys asked me earlier about what my ultimate goal is now. I'll get into that a little bit more now. The more tangible goals and steps that I have been thinking about. But first and foremost, Andrew Steiner, let's go. I did want to say a huge, ginormous, the star of the show, honestly, is Jake. The star of the show, honestly, is Mr. Goatee / Jake, who, this was his inception. This was his baby. I was just a big part. I was just the subject of it, but he's the one who, like it says here, directed, produced, wrote it, did cinematography for it. I got to meet Dawn. Dawn was great. I got to meet Dawn at Otakon as well. And then also did like a lot of the editing and stuff. Like Jake has been searching for a new passion other than singing and music for a long time too. And now has found filmography, and I'm so happy to be part of his journey in finding a him that he can love more too, you know? So I'm really proud of him, and I'm just super honored to have been part of this. And I will answer your guys' questions in a little bit, so hold on for a second. Also, shout outs to Danica and Lace Lavi, who both artists I love a lot. So Danica did the album art for my first full-length album, All of My Life. So you guys may... And also, that art was used for Start Again. She also did the little running animation that I use in my Start Again music video as well. So Danica did some art there. It was the Taylor Swift section. And then Lavi did some art as well. And I love Lavi. Lavi has done art for all of Ami's covers pretty much so far. Almost all of them. And then shout outs to Meta. I love you, Meta. I love you so much. Ivina as well. Ivina I got to meet at my Japan performance. And also Saul, thank you so much. Saul had some beautiful photos in there as well. And then there's some, there are additional credits inside the description. Additional credits in description. Shout out to everybody who... Okay, I'm gonna have to ask Afix later if he provided like the stripped down version of Your Harmony to Jake. Because that was so genius. Like starting it out with the piano only. And then having the vocals of whoever was able to contribute their vocals like kind of like come in after that, and then it was being lifted up by their harmonies. Ah, so good. That's like my favorite part of the entire video. So I always hope a lot that people will watch it from start to finish because that part was just beautiful. As you can see, there's a lot of songs written by Mio in here. I love Mio. I love Mio a lot. Ferris, shout outs to my Ferris. Shout outs to Brandon. Brandon also is the composer of Ami's one and only original song, Drops of Sunshine, as well. And then Demi Memu, who also is an idol himself, too. Yeah. And then additional music that was used in the background too. And then shout outs to Daryl. Daryl, who is also a VTuber herself now, and who writes music for VShojo and stuff. Daryl. One of Daryl's earlier works with idols slash VTubers was Fairy Dust. Ah. Yeah, my very, very first. We had two original songs that released with Fairy. It was Fairy Dust and Heartbeat. And Heartbeat was made by Odyssey Eurobeat, who worked with me on Loving Me. We love her. We love her here. Ta-da! Extra special thanks. Yippee! And then that's Jake's school. So. Oh no, it's the wind. It's the. Now you guys know what kind of stuff I watch. But yes.
Look up to.
What's the good still to freeze it on? We'll freeze it on this little baby Phoebe right here. There you go. So with that said, I am down to answer any questions you guys have. I saw a few already. Do you think you're doing better since filming concluded on this? I know some things have been rough. No, things have been rough this year too, but I'm hoping there's some net improvement. There has been net improvement for sure. And I will say you guys will probably notice once you start seeing me at performances, live performances. Dude, I've been watching a lot of like self-help videos, like how to absorb information and learn and study more efficiently and stuff like that. So it's been a lot of watching those kinds of videos. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of self-help videos, and I've been watching a lot of Kaze, and I've been watching a lot of other VTubers sometimes. I wish I discovered you earlier. I definitely would have bought the album when it came out. I have a few copies left. I'm almost out. I have a few copies left, but unfortunately they're mostly to sell at events and stuff. But maybe I'll do another run and I'll do like online shipping and stuff at some point. Yeah, so basically, also thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. I'd say since then, and you guys will notice this when you start seeing me at live performances again. Like I'll look more radiant. I've been doing a lot of like skincare and beauty stuff, and I've also like started losing a lot of weight too. But I think that's mostly like diet stuff though, because like I was exercising a lot before to train for my performances. But I think my diet was bad when I was staying at the place that I lived at before. So now that I have like Lapis's like home cooked food and stuff, and I've been like making myself salads and like yogurt stuff for breakfast, I've like been losing some weight too, which is like I was already pretty small as it was, but I'm like getting back to. I kind of sort of want to get maybe not high school size, maybe that was a little too small. I was like 90 pounds in high school, but maybe just a little bit more. And then so you'll see that I'm like more healthy looking, and I'm like more radiant, and maybe just overall happier looking. But I will say there has been some like difficult stuff that has happened with my family. I've been a little worried about I've been worried about my grandma lately. So that's like a big stressor that all of a sudden, once things started to feel like they were getting better, of course something else bad happened. Of course. But I'm hanging in there. And there's been a lot of like, I don't know. I've been pushing myself a lot to work towards a more tangible goal, and that's what that's what some of you guys asked me about earlier. Hiya, Reef. Some of you guys asked me earlier about what is my like, what's my end goal now? Because I said in the video, I don't know, to just be, I don't know whatever, like some nebulous idea of whatever the #1 idol is, or the best idol I can be, or make people smile and stuff. And yeah, those are all goals. But you need something a little more tangible. And to be honest, I'm gonna be honest that like, I'm moving away a little bit from a traditional idol image and sound. Just a little bit. I will always love being an idol and doing my idol activities and being on stage as an idol, like, and engaging with like idol culture and the idol community and stuff. But I'm starting to move a little bit away from that. I really want to prioritize my music first and foremost. And there are stages I want to stand on, and people that I want to be able to stand next to as like a peer, you know? And so I would say that, like I tweeted out, I think it was today, might have been yesterday, like I tweeted out earlier today or yesterday, I really want to make music that feels just as good for me to sing as Kaze's music is. And I want it to be just as meaningful and to capture all these really complex emotions and experiences that I've been going through, especially over the past year, but just in general in my life. And I want to be taken very seriously as a musician. I want to do a little bit of my own composing and stuff. And ultimately, I want to sign on. I want to, you know, take the things that have been uniquely me. So I'll continue being, you know, your like soft. Like, I think soft and kind. Soft and kind and radiant are some of the big like characteristics I want to take from what I've already been doing and take with me into something that's a little bit more a different style. I've been more into like soulful music. I have a long way to go when it comes to getting better at R&B, but I want to start doing like R&B, J-pop hybrid music more. Like I kind of sort of already have that with Breaking Free. I don't know if you guys remember my song Breaking Free from Chill Beats to Buzz too, but I want to start making more of that kind of music that feels just as good to sing as it does when I sing Kaze's music. And I want to sign on with a major record label. My #1 goal. My #1 like, and I know that's also a really big goal. So and who knows if I'll ever be able to reach that goal. But there are micro goals in the meantime, like trying to get better at. I'm trying to build up a really like solid musical foundation for myself right now. A really solid musical foundation for myself right now, studying music theory and trying to teach myself at least to play chords and stuff on piano, scales and chords on piano, so I can like at least play some chords for myself, maybe bring a piano with me up on stage sometime. And be able to start composing my own stuff, because there are a bunch of wonderful composers, as you saw, that I've been working with. Mio, Ferris, Afix, Demi Memu, and lots, Brandon, plenty of people. But I want to be able to do that too, you know? And who knows, maybe I'll be doing it with assistance from them, so like partnered with them, but I would like to be able to do more than just top line. I can't imagine I'd go into music production or arranging, but like I want to compose at least. And I want to get better at conveying some of the more complex emotions that I have and thoughts that I have via lyrics, whether it's in English or in Japanese. I've been studying my Japanese a lot too. All my teachers right now are like Japanese obasans and oji-sans, who believe in me very, very much. So, been trying to get better at my music, my Japanese, my lyric writing, my singing. I've been working so hard every day on my singing and trying to get it even better and try to make the breadth of what I can use my voice for even wider. It would be really cool to sign on with Universal. That'd be really cool. There's plenty of artists that I admire a lot that are on it. My second choice, I think, would be Sony. And then pretty much just those two up there. But it is no understatement to say that, like, this documentary was filmed during one of the most difficult times in my entire life. Like, I had thought that some 10 years ago was like the most difficult time in my life. I had a rough teen. I had rough teenage years. So I had thought that was the most difficult time in my life, and that I was just dealing with the trauma from then. And I have come to really work through my trauma from that time. But, like, I had even more traumatic stuff happen to me last year. And that just kind of, like, completely shattered my psyche for a little while. But I had to stay strong because I had so many commitments at the time, too. I had all these performances that a lot of which you got to see in this documentary, that I had to power through. I had to power through despite all of that happening. I even had to power through the Japan trip. The Japan trip was terribly timed, but it also was kind of good for me. 'Cause during that time when things got really, really bad, I needed to find something to keep me going. Other than, like, you know, I have these work obligations, I have these performances I have to go to, and I don't wanna like spread the bad vibes to my fans. I don't wanna spread them to you guys. I want to still be able to make you smile. I needed to find something else other than that. Something that was completely detached from my work obligations to keep me going. And to be like 100% honest, it was listening more to Kaze's music. His music really saved me in that time. And also made me realize a lot about myself too. Like, I mean, I already knew that I loved his lyrics a lot. But a lot of the things that he wrote about were things that I had always wanted to write about. His way of thinking about life and the world lined up perfectly with mine. And to see those thoughts and feelings made more tangible in his music was really validating. It gave me hope for life. It made me realize things about myself too. I was like, oh, I guess I'm that kind of person. Honestly, like, I've been becoming a little bit of a hippie, just a little bit. But I realized that was something that had always been like part of me a little bit. And I realized too that my voice sounded really freaking good singing his songs. So that also made me realize, oh, like, honestly, I've been having more fun. Like, I've been having more fun than I have in a really, really long time singing and practicing his stuff. So, I was like, yeah, this is like, I want to explore this part of my musicality more. I want to explore this part of my personality more. I want to explore my spirituality more. And so, though it is very silly, I want to stand on the same kinds of stages as him one day. And I guess if I had like a tangible dream to sign on to Universal, sign on to the same label as him. Because also I think that would like allow my music to reach more people and would give me more resources and support to make just more of the music that I want to make. But also if I were to have like a lofty silly goal. Not a silly goal, but like a goal that may remain a dream forever, but can keep me going forever. It would be to be able to work with him on a song one day, or maybe even sing with him one day. So I guess now my end goal is to sign on to a major label and release music with them that can reach lots and lots of people all over the world, and introduce a new and interesting, maybe not completely new, but the kinds of like hybrid styles and music that I want to make, with the ultimate lofty goal being maybe to work with him on something one day. But that's been really motivating me and really like improving my lifestyle in general lately. Like I have started to think of myself as like a sprout, like a flower that I need to nurture. It is more important than anything in my life for me to nurture myself, because I only have one me. And in the end, no matter how many loved ones I have in my life, the one person that I am obligated to stick with and who is obligated to stick with me is me. So I've got to love myself, I've got to take care of myself, and I got to grow myself. I'm careful what kinds of food I put in my body more. Now, I'm careful to hydrate myself a lot. And in fact, let's do that a little bit right now. To train myself and do a lot of jibun migaki. Lots of self-improvement. That's like a Japanese word / phrase that I had come up in my Japanese lessons, but also came up in like some music that I was listening to recently that has become like important to me lately. I guess I've been doing a lot of like jibun migaki no koto lately, like self-improvement stuff. And who knows? It's a little scary though, because I know that I never thought very highly of myself or my potential. And as much as I love my parents, they really thought that like music and like the more creative stuff was kind of a waste of time, that I didn't really have any potential there. And they didn't really like, it wasn't something that they valued, so I didn't get like an early start like Kaze or like a bunch of the really talented, even yutaite and artists and stuff that I hear. Like I do not come from a creative background at all. I didn't have any of those resources. I didn't get those lessons and stuff. I am now in my mid-late 20s trying to get started now with like teaching myself more composition and like new styles of singing that I just didn't think I was capable of singing in, because I was like, I have a squeaky voice, all I can sing is kawaii stuff, you know. So it's like, with this late of a start, is it even possible for me to reach that dream of mine? I don't know. I know the entertainment industry values people that are super duper young, and I am a grown-up now, fully. But I like to believe that with this fire I have in me, this like real drive, and this big dream that I've like never ever given up on. And now this like guiding light in my life. I want to do my best. Not just for you guys. I think I was doing my best just for you guys for a really long time. And this is, please don't take this the wrong way, because I care about you guys so much and I still want to make you guys happy, but I think I need to start working to make myself happy more. I think I need to be more selfish too. And yeah, with this big dream, and with this big, big, big love in my heart. Love for music and love for singing and performing and love for you guys, of course, but love for myself now too. God, that's got to amount to something. That's gotta make the chances non-zero. That's gotta make the chances non-zero to reach those dreams. It's got to. So, no matter how many detours I take getting there, or no matter how many micro steps and micro goals I have to achieve in order to reach that bigger goal, please keep watching me. Keep your eyes on me. Keep your ears listening to my voice and to my music. And then watch me grow and become a bigger and brighter and more beautiful flower one day. Please, please, please. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you guys. You guys are all so kind. I'm reading through everything that you've been saying. I appreciate your belief in me. I appreciate it a lot, a lot, a lot. Oh, that reminds me of an album. So Aqua says that reminds him of an album that he likes about finding your sound and what music means to you. The end of the first song has a spoken part that goes like this. What does it mean to seek sound? Like, what does it mean to me? It means constantly opening yourself up to new things, like listening to as much music as you can until you find that song. And you'll know when you found that one, you think, oh my god, if I can't make something that makes people feel like that in the time I have here, I'll be absolutely livid. How can I live with myself? And you hold on to that feeling. You don't let it go. And you put some music in your hands and find the next one. Yes! Oh, that's gonna make me cry! Oh, I'm gonna cry! Ah! I'm gonna cry thinking about that quote. I need to find that song. I need to listen to it. That's truly what it's been. And in the end, I think what would be really, really wonderful is not just if I'm able to put into words the kinds of feelings and thoughts that I want to in such a way that it really makes you guys feel what I've been feeling lately. Not just that, but if I'm able to do that, and if a song of mine, or a song of mine, or something is able to reach his ears too, and make him feel something as well, then I think then I'd be able to die happy. I think. Yeah, I don't know. I am very glad that I've been able to convey to you guys a lot of feelings so far and make a lot of you feel like you're not alone. You know? It means the world to me when you guys tell me that my music or something that I've made has touched your heart so deeply that like it's changed your life or changed you for the better, or changed your life outlook or something for the better. I want to convey my gratitude one day to that person. And not just gratitude, but I want to let him know too that and of course he probably knows this already. But to be able to tell him you're not alone in a lot of those things that you were feeling when you wrote this. You're not alone in the way that you see the world. You're not alone in all of this. If I'm able to convey that to him too, then that would be amazing. And for some reason, all my teachers are super duper behind that dream. They don't see it as weird or anything. They don't see that kind of motivation as weird or anything. They see it as something really pure and beautiful. And so I want to take that feeling and I want to do something with it too. Whether it reaches the ears that I want it to reach or not. I'm gonna put as much of that feeling out there into the world as possible. I think that looking after yourself and prioritizing your own wants and needs will ultimately make you shine brighter, and your most loyal of followers will be happy to see that. Thank you, Finny. I also just gotta the hard part then, the hard part now about what I'm trying to do is that for the music part, I am really trying to do it all self-taught. But for some stuff like my Japanese tutoring or my lyric writing class and stuff, that's just costs a lot of money, and I'm like, ugh, money for lessons. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep this up at least at the rate that I'm doing it right now for very long. Like I need to be careful with my money, but then I need to go and I need to do things that'll help me make money so that I can keep getting myself like the lessons and the guidance and stuff that I need. So I am very grateful that some of my mentors, like my singing teacher, I don't get to see her as much anymore, but I do go over to her house once a month to catch up and say hello and give her updates on my dream and stuff. She doesn't charge me anything for her guidance. And she just really believes in me that much and loves me that much, and I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. Phoebe, if you could give your younger self some advice, what would you say? Okay, two things. I have a practical one and I have a not practical one. The practical one is, hey, you should like get piano lessons and singing lessons, like insist on it to your parents as early as possible. If I could go back to like 5-year-old me or something like that, who really wanted to take piano lessons at the time but like didn't get to, I'd be like, please make music your life as much as you want it to, as much as you want it to be, because like you're gonna end up being stubborn and doing it later on in your life anyway. And then if I could go back and give myself some less practical advice, but something more, I'd say it's still practical in some ways. But I would say you're worth so much more than you think you are. Do not settle for being treated badly. Do not settle for less than your own selfish desires and dreams. Do not settle. Do not settle for getting that, like, trying to be a doctor or something like that just because people tell you you're smart enough to and that you should. Like, to find what's important to you and like fight with your everything for that, I guess is what I would say. I don't know why I'm crying. Why am I crying? Why am I crying? Ugh, bleh. Why am I crying? I guess I do have some regrets. And I do sometimes think to myself, kuyashi! I'm like, oh, it's so freaking unfair that, like, I just didn't have, like, the support and the resources and the means to, like, do what I wanted to do from an earlier age. Like, I could have been so much. I could have gone with the kind of, like, drive and passion I have. I could have gone so far if I had just let myself dream earlier. And then maybe I could be standing on those same stages. It's all hindsight is 2020, you know. But I'm doing my best now. It's a lot of catch up, but beyond catch up, it's like just wanting to do something meaningful for myself now. So I guess that's what I would say to myself if I could do that. If I could go back and tell myself that. Yes, what's important is now. You're right. So I'm doing my very best right now. Luckily, I will... Like, I don't feel like it's too late or anything. When it comes to my peers, I'm smack dab right in the middle in terms of age. So even though, you know, even though I'm not as like baby as a lot of, I'm not considered like a young rising star or whatever anymore. I still have so much time. I think I have so much time. You've come so far in such little time. Thank you. I'm doing my best. Oh, you don't even. You know a little bit more from the documentary, but I'd say that you guys don't fully know like just how freaking hardcore I've been working lately. But even then, I know I could be even more hardcore with my practice. It's just I have like other deadlines and I need to make money. I need to make money somehow. So I have like work stuff that takes up a lot of my time too. But I also try to make a lot of time for this self-improvement. I know I'm still a rising star, but I'm not a young rising star, is what I mean. We haven't reached tag status yet, but you know, I'll get there one day. I will never ever feel old because of Kaze. Because our ages are so similar and I just simply can't think of him as being old. So, and that's why, like, it's kind of like with my parents, too. Like, my parents are 50 now. And so 50 does not feel old to me at all because my parents are 50. But when my parents turn 60, then 60 will no longer be old for me anymore because then they're 60 and I can never think of my parents as being old. This is what it feels like. Girl, you literally work so hard it makes me worry. Like, good work, but keep passing yourself. Or pacing yourself, yeah. I'm doing better at the pacing myself now. I just need to get past some of these like work deadlines that I have. And then I'll feel better. My parents are in their 60s and that feels old to me. I see. Maybe at some point my parents will start to feel old to me, but as it is right now, they look a lot younger than a lot of my friends' parents, so like so they don't feel old to me. Yeah, was it? I cannot believe that my dad is a Power Ranger. I can't believe it. Blue Galaxy Power Ranger. It's literally him. I can't see others as old, but you somehow feel old yourself at 29. That's not old to me because I have friends that are like 29, 30. That's a few years older than me. And so it does not feel old. It does not feel old. Yeah, Asian genes are goated. My mom still doesn't look that old even though she is 60. It's the Asian genes. Watch, I am going to look the same until I'm like 50. And then you're gonna be able to start seeing some of the... Well, I'm hoping that I look as good at 50 as like my mom does. I don't think you're allowed to feel old till like 50, yeah. I have friends I hang out with that are in their 80s and they don't feel old at all. You know, there are members of the FeebeeHive here that are in their like 60s and even 70s. And so it's like... I don't even know if I can consider that old, you know? But either way, like, I feel... It's gotta... I don't want to think that it's too late for me to reach that dream of signing on to, like, a major label or anything like that. I don't want to think that... Hi, Alessa! Welcome in. Welcome in. But, yeah, so Lutz Constellacio, you knew exactly who I was thinking of. Yeah, you're a dragon and you're 400. Well, what is that in human years? Or sorry, what is that in dragon years? I also saw a question earlier, by the way, because I am answering questions right now. It's Q&A time, so feel free to ask me any questions like you have, especially after you're watching the documentary, or after hearing anything that I said afterwards, feel free to ask me questions. But I saw a question earlier about what animals do you like besides bees and frogs? I'm gonna be honest. Frog is like I didn't even really like frogs until I became Ami, and then I was like, I guess I gotta like frogs now. I didn't dislike them, but I was like, they're okay, I guess. Now they're in my top 5, but I'd say that's mostly because I love Ami a lot. But I'd say bunnies are my second favorite animal. Bees, bunnies, dogs, frogs, and then... Well, when I was little, I liked pandas a lot. But what would it be now? Seals? There is such thing as a fairy frog. There is. And they're very cute. They're like little brown frogs, I think. Do you like hamsters? I do like hamsters. I like them a lot. I've had 3 hamsters in the past. Marshmallow, Zazzles, and... Oh my god. How did I forget my 3rd hamster's name? Oh my god! How could I? Oh no! Maybe I am getting old. I can't remember. Oh no. Oh no! I'm so sad. Oh no. I just gave myself the depresso espresso. Oh. No, I didn't. So Marshmallow and the hamster that I forget the name of were living together. They were like partners, kinda. They were bros. And they were my first hamsters, and I feel so bad for forgetting the name. Zazzles. No. What the hell am I talking about? No, sorry. Oh, no. No. Marshmallow and Zazzles were the pair. It was the 3rd hamster that I forgot the name of. Scrambles. Scrimblo Jimbo. Oh my god. Yeah, don't do that in the future. Hamsters fight a lot. No, these ones didn't. If you get them together from like a young age and they're both the same gender, then it should be okay. Like two boys typically do well together, so those are 2 boys. But I think the females can be a little bit more territorial, and male and female don't get along together. Not very well. Only Syrian hamsters fight. Ah, I see. I had a winter Russian white dwarf. Winter white Russian dwarf. I don't know the order of the words. I don't know. My hamster Kohane died of wet tail 1 week. Oh no. Weeks later I got Minori and I had her for a year. Oh, I'm so glad she was okay. But rest in peace, Kohane. Rest in peace. Oh yeah, Marshmallow, Zazzles, and Scrambles. Scrambles. I'll have to check. Yeah, unfortunately, Marshmallow and Zazzles lived a long time, like 2 years. For a hamster, that's a long time. But Marshmallow, unfortunately, died of like a tumor. Hamsters can easily get tumors, so Marshmallow like died of a tumor, and then Zazzles died of depression afterwards. Very, very sad. I have a hamster, he's so spoiled. We give him full meals and he sits on the couch and watches anime with us. Oh, cute. Nah. Any other questions? Before I move on to talking about my trip coming up. So if you guys have any questions about idol stuff or the documentary or my story or my dreams and stuff, feel free to ask. And then I'm gonna move on to talking about New York, because I'm gonna be in New York for a little bit. What's your musical background aside from singing / piano? I wouldn't even say I have a background in piano, really. Like, I took like one piano lesson from a grandma that was visiting from Canada once. And then the rest I just tried to like self-teach myself for a while. I loved singing since I was really little. I don't know why, because it's not like singing was really big in my family. My family's pretty weird. Both sides are Filipino. Both sides are at least a little bit Filipino. But we go completely against the Filipino like stereotype of like being good at singing and doing karaoke all the time. I don't think there's anybody in my family that sings, really. Like both extended family and immediate family. Though now one of my little cousins, he sings now, I think, because he started doing choir in high school. Hi Phoebe, I got into you recently. I saw you on the Phantom Mint and Doki concert. I fell in love with your vocals. You're so cute. Wow, thank you, Leosha. That means a lot to me. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We just finished watching through
Asking myself
a documentary about my idol journey. You could see the link in the YouTube description if you want to check it out yourself. And now we're doing Q&A. Oyasubi, Carniflora, see you this weekend. So I just randomly ended up liking music and singing a lot all by myself. And then when I was in middle school, I started doing choir. So I auditioned and joined the advanced choir in middle school and did like some performing arts camps. And then I continued advanced choir stuff throughout high school. So that was like 6 years in school of choir. And then my last 3 years of high school I did band. And that's where I like got to do more reading music and stuff because I did flute. I didn't want to play flute at first. I actually wanted to play mellophone, but then my friend said I look like a flute player, so I ended up playing flute. I don't know what that means, but so I did 3 years of band, and then I did some choir when I started college too, but I kind of like couldn't keep it up. I couldn't balance it with schoolwork, so I only did about like a year of that. So there was like 7 years of choir, and then 3 years of band. So that was all. I wanted to do AP Music Theory in high school, but it conflicted with like an important class. I think it conflicted with choir or something, which is crazy. So unfortunately, I couldn't take AP Music Theory. But that was about my musical background. And then after, like when I was a teenager and I was allowed to start getting part-time jobs, I got my first part-time job specifically so I could get myself singing lessons. So I've taken many, many years of singing lessons. Come quite a long way, but I still have so much more that I want to get better at as well. But I hope that answers your question, Luna. If you were to title your performances last year as a tour, what would you call it considering how busy it was and how much happened in your life? Ooh, I'd probably call it... I could call it the... Start Again Tour? Maybe I would call it maybe I'd call it the Start Again Tour. Because it felt like it was a lot of that. Maybe. But then if I had to name it something that's like not one of my own song titles, maybe I'd be like... Buzzing Around the World Tour? Maybe, because I did get to go to Canada and Japan for my first overseas performances. Maybe I would. If you ever need help with piano, feel free to reach out. I've played for years. If you have any tips on like, what helps with learning piano, feel free to. I would love to hear it, Suraka. Because like I don't even know where to start. Like so far, I've been trying to practice scales a little bit. I don't even know if I'm using finger placements properly or anything. And I'm trying to teach myself some chords as well. Like I can build major and minor chords easily. It's just I don't have all of them memorized. I can't just like be like, oh, A flat minor chord, here you go, and then just like press it right away, you know. So I guess it's gonna be a lot more of that kind of practice. How do you always manage to push through things and stay so hardworking. I do know how to read music. I just don't have like scales and stuff memorized is the main thing. Like I don't know like what the best way of practicing is probably. How do you always manage to push through things and stay so hardworking? The dream, belief in the dream. Well, it really helps to use a habit tracker actually, like in the more practical sense. I have a journal and it's got little squares and I use those as like little check boxes to check off every day that I get like my singing practice done or my music practice done or my Japanese studying done. Even stuff like did I brush my teeth in the morning or not, you know? I track as much of that. Like humans, we love checking things off and feeling like we're getting stuff done, so that definitely helps. But in terms of pushing through things and staying hardworking, you gotta find your purpose for living, I guess, and stick to that, you know. I may be a little new to the fray, but how is the Kaigai Idol scene in the US compared to the rest of the world, even Japan? Not aware of that scene, and I don't think there's a scene here in my current no, there is a scene for Kaigai Idols in Latin America. There is. But Kaigai Idol scene is extremely niche. Extremely niche. And so I would say the Kaigai Idol scene here in the US is growing a lot. It's growing a lot more now than it was even just like 2 years ago. Like there's like been a big boom in the Kaigai Idol scene over the past year. Though it still remains very niche. There's a lot of like it's starting to be more interconnected with like the VTuber scene too now, and also the Wotage scene, and the like greater anime scene and stuff. Definitely, and there's definitely differences between the way we do things here compared to the way things are done in Japan, even compared to the way things are done in other parts of the world where there's Kaigai Idols. Because the Kaigai Idol scene is anywhere outside of Japan. So there's like a big Kaigai Idol scene in Australia. There's also one in like Thailand. Or in China and Korea have their own Kaigai Idol scenes too. So there are definitely differences from country to country, but it's starting to become more known here in the US lately. Oh, Nico, you're a flute player too! Yay! Pitch this idea in another server, but what if there was an idol fest featuring Kaigai Idols with original music and we just sing each other's songs? That would be so cute. I've had ideas like that in the past of like doing like collaborative cover albums of each other's songs and stuff, but it's so hard to like coordinate all of that, so none of those ideas have really gotten off the ground. Yeah, that would be really cool though. Hi Riz, welcome in. Sorry I hopped into the stream real late, but have you had to work a day job while getting your musical career off the ground? If you did, what was it like moving to entertainment full time? So when I first started out, I was doing this while I was in school and working a part-time job. So I mean, and I wasn't doing it like super often or anything, so I wasn't streaming at the time, so I would just go take some time off for like to travel for a performance with my idol group or something, in between classes and doing part-time jobs. And then I started doing streaming as well, and then I had to balance that, and streaming definitely took precedence at that point, because also I started streaming during pandemic, so there wasn't any like traveling for performances that I had to balance it with. And then I realized that I'm really not good at balancing work, like a job with entertainment stuff. It's just too... I started... The entertainment stuff started getting off the ground a little bit more, and so I started getting more opportunities to perform, so that meant traveling more. That meant like... Also like, it's hard enough to balance out with streaming, but I started making a little bit... Like enough off of my streams and stuff to where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try this for like a year. Being full-time, doing like streaming and my performances and stuff. I'm gonna see how that goes. And if I reach my money goal, then I'll try again. I'll like renew it for like another year or something. Try it again. And at the time I was very fortunate to like not have to pay very much rent or bills or anything like that, staying with like family and stuff, staying with a friend's family. So that gave me the opportunity to try doing this full time. And now I am doing it full time, and it's still a struggle money-wise. It definitely is still a struggle money-wise. But the reason why I'm able to do this at all is because I'm not just doing one thing. I'm not just streaming. And I'm also not just performing. And I'm also not just doing like freelance work. I'm doing all of it. I do streams. That's my primary source of income. I do commissions, whether it's for lyrics or for singing on other people's songs or for voice acting work. I also do travel for performances, and now have started like doing only paid performances. So those performances will pay for me to come out, and they'll cover my like travel expenses and my lodging, and then they'll also like let me sell my stuff. And so merch sales are like a big thing that keeps me afloat. And even then, even with all of that, it's not like I have a ton of expendable income. I have to be very careful. Like, I don't really buy myself things. So I haven't like bought new clothes in a really long time. And all my like idol performance outfits are just like dresses that I hoarded, that I bought when I was younger, that I didn't have any opportunities to wear, but now I do have opportunities to wear them on stage and stuff. Exactly, Diesel, exactly. That's like a minimum for me now. Having my travel and my board covered is like a minimum for me now. Also take care, Yuri. Thank you for joining us. So it's constantly still scary, and it's constantly like a grind for sure. But I'm hoping that it'll become a little less, like I'll be able to save. I want to be able to save money, you know. It's a little hard. I haven't really been able to save money for anything but taxes, really. I remember you mentioning something about playing flute on Pam's channel. I hope the best for you reaching your singing goals. Thank you, Luna. Let's see. Hallmat was my first idol concert. I'm from the UK, so it was a long way to go, but I really want to go to more. I hope that I'll be able to see you at more performances, Finny. I really hope so. And I am hoping to come perform in the UK. We shall see. It may happen at some point in the future. Maybe. A bendy themed G Fuel flavor is dropping this. Oh. Nice, Frankenade. Are you gonna get that? I have an original song on Spotify you're free to cover. Oh, thank you. My question is, what's it like waking up every day with so much creative awesome sauce packed into such a small package? Cause #facts. Oh my gosh, thank you. I feel like I don't really have like fully the means to like get all that creativity out in the ways that I want to get it out. Like, both in terms of like the resources and like the time, which is also a resource. Resources, time, and like skill. But I'm trying to build all of that up. Resources, time, and skill. So that I can get all that creativity out in the ways that I want to. So right now it's a little frustrating. I have so many ideas and not very many ways of actually like making it like happen. And then let's see, more questions. Can you fly with those wings? I can! Not very far though. Not very far. I need to practice my flying more, Lobster Shaver. I like your name. But yeah, keep an eye out on my social media. If I do get an opportunity to go to the UK, then I'll definitely announce it both in the Discord and on my socials. But that may be a possibility for the future. Maybe. Take care, Edwin. Take care. Hello, 2025 just started. I have a feeling 2025 will be a great year. I have a feeling too. I got a feeling. Woohoo! VTuber lives where you perform in your own home, but you could also be performing on the other side of the globe at the same time. Basically, right. In the end, like as much as I love VTubing and stuff, I really want to like be known as like me as well in the future. Like the fleshy me. That would be nice. Who knows if that's like possible for me though? I don't know. Hi Edwin! Edwin, did you notice that I say your name in the documentary? because I'm like responding to one of your comments in the documentary. So like, other than execution and implementation snags, are you like pretty much just chock full of melodies and lyric excerpts? No, that's the thing, is like I want to get better at both of those so I can come up with more of those. I have ideas for lyrics, like things I want to write about, but I wouldn't say that I like am yet at a point where I can like the lyrics I'm most proud of are Start Again. I'm so proud of my lyrics for Start Again. But like I've had a little bit of a writer's block in terms of lyrics and stuff since then. So I want to get better at writing the feelings that I want to get out in my music, you know? Hi Phoebe, your documentary was really good. As a performer myself, I can relate to pros and cons when it comes to passions being a part of a career, the struggle, what we love doing. Exactly! Also, thank you so much for checking out the documentary. It means a lot. It really does. And if you guys want to go and leave like a comment under the documentary and like let Jake know how good of a job he did, then that would mean a lot to me, because he honestly is the star of this entire thing. This is his art. This is his baby. Already did. Thank you. Yeah, Start Again is amazing. Thank you, Bran. Thank you. Writing lyrics is so fun. I've always written poems though, so it kind of just pops out of nowhere for me. I am a writer for sure, but I do mostly like prose, unfortunately. I like did a little bit of poetry when I was younger, but none of it was like good at all. It's all very flowery. It's all very all extremely flowery. And therefore, like, I don't know. I want to be able to write lyrics that are not as like, they don't need to be flowery in order to paint a picture or convey an emotion, you know. I want them to be like a little easier to comprehend. Sometimes I sometimes get inspired and do a little poetry, but it's rare. I'd love to read some of your poetry sometime. Have you been able to write lately, Bran? Bran's writing is beautiful. My song is cheesy as heck, so I feel you. Well, it gets better. I like to think. I hope I'll be able to write some like proper lyrics sometime. Not that my lyrics haven't been proper up until this point, but lyrics that I can be really proud of, other than Start Again. I do have a documentary. The link is in the YouTube description if you want to take a look at it. It should be the link at the very top. We watched through it together just now, so you can go back in the VOD if you want to see our commentary and stuff. But were you surprised when my interview made it into the documentary? No, not really. I knew generally who was interviewed. What I was surprised about is that not as many interviews made it in, but I understand why. Because, like, not all of them ended up contributing to that message of burnout that Jake wanted to highlight. No, I know how it is, Brent. I get you. I want to get past. Maybe I should just like sit and write. You know, like just. I mean, I write like blurbs about my feelings and stuff, and that gives me lyric ideas. But maybe I should just sit and write lyrics sometime, or just write a poem, and then I can adapt into lyrics sometime. Maybe. I get a little scared to write without a melody to go along with, but. Just write random stuff down, that's what I do. Yeah, I have a bunch of, like, random blurbs and stuff. The documentary was really well done. I was honestly surprised at the production value of it, right? I was honestly a bit worried you might have spent too much money at first on something like that, as you are still an upcoming idol. I didn't spend any money on it. I spent no money on it. This was not for me. This was for Jake, and for his grade in school. He spent money to travel to see me, and for that I am very, very grateful. But I spent $0 on this documentary. And I would agree, I am still up and coming, for sure. But I've been doing this for many, many years now as well. It's weird being in the middle of it, feeling like I still have such a long way to go, but like, having done this for like How many years is it now? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Like, oh, 7 years. Oh. I guess I've been doing it since I was pretty young, but yeah, it's weird having been doing this for like 7 years and at the same time feeling like, wait, did I count that right? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 20. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. But yeah, feeling like I have such a long way to go still. I'm surprised at the quality of this documentary. Those were 30 minutes well spent there. Thank you so much for checking it out. Thank you. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the documentary with me today, and also for going and checking it out yourself too. I guess I mean more undiscovered. Like, I feel like you should have more. Oh no, I didn't think you meant it in a bad way at all. I think it's a weird thing personally. Like, it doesn't feel like it's been that long because I still feel like I have so much longer to go. More undiscovered. I feel like you should have more viewers on Twitch/YouTube than you do. Thank you, Python. That actually does mean a lot to me. I don't know. I guess I have to get better at marketing or something. I guess I have to get better at marketing. Because I used to think maybe it was something wrong with like me or my content or the things that I make. I think I think the things that I do are worthwhile. And they are meaningful. It's just an issue of like, maybe I do have to like, I don't know, learn to market myself. I don't have the money to hire like a marketing strategist or anything like that. But I wish I knew what I need to do. Cause like TikTok kind of sorta didn't work. I don't know. But maybe I like just didn't go at it long enough. I don't know. I think maybe I need to like vlog more this year. But also that's not what I want to be spending my time on. I want to be spending it doing music stuff. But I know I can't always be spending it doing music stuff. I used to write so much poetry when I was in high school. Then I went to college and stopped because I couldn't come up with any words to really express it. Girl from another dorm convinced me to find a comfy spot outside somewhere and spend like an hour just writing even one-line ideas or even short phrases as close to nightly as possible to kind of stoke the creative flames into full poems again. Maybe could help you. You know what? I want to try that. Especially over this next week and a half. Over the next week and a half, I'm going to be on the East Coast. And I'm going to be in Maryland for MagFest for a few days. And then I'm going to be in New York for a week. And while I'm in New York, I want to find beautiful places and inspiring places and sit and either write or do work or even trying to compose a little bit too. So if you guys have any suggestions of beautiful places that I should go and just sit and work while I'm in New York, let me know. Or even places I should go to, not just sit and work necessarily, but like to look at, like museums or music spots or gardens or anything like that, that might inspire me. Oh, actually, let me move to a different screen now since we're done looking at the documentary and talking about the documentary. How do you afford all this travel? Well, most of my performances last year were covered by events, so I didn't have to worry that much. And a lot of the performances that weren't covered were in California, so it wasn't so bad. I can use my flight points and stuff. So it's about like being real frugal, saving up a lot of money. But also I feel very fortunate that like there are a lot of like friends that will pay or help pay for me to come fly out to places because they know that I don't really have that kind of expendable income, but they want me to like go to these places with them, so I feel very taken care of in that way. But this will be my first time traveling on my own to a place not for work purposes. I don't really take vacations. Like that Japan vacation a few months ago was my first vacation as an adult ever. That was my first vacation ever, going to Japan. But So I mean, I do know that I did a little bit of work stuff there, but like, that was baby's first vacation. Forgot about MagFest and now it's 100% sold out and they aren't doing door sales. Yeah, dude, they sell out pretty fast. They do. Oh no, that would have been nice though. That would have been nice to go. To be able to say hi. There's a huge toy store in New York and they have a giant piano. Oh really? Yeah. I can imagine there's a line to like use the piano though. Art galleries make me happy and give me a lot of inspo, but that's as an illustrator/artist, so I don't know about music. I feel like that could possibly inspire me too. I kind of want to go find gardens, you know? I get really inspired in nature. So, if I can find like a nice garden. 私の garden 果てるまで. As an artist, I've been struggling to get TikTok going for a while, but I'm learning slowly. Done it. I know it's important, but like, ugh, TikTok's hard as well. Because you're expected to like post every day and ideally several times a day. And it's like, when am I gonna... So I have to like think of content first, right? And then I gotta do the content, and then I gotta also record that content. Then I gotta go and edit that content, and then I have to post and schedule out strategically that content. And I'm supposed to do that every single day? This is why people hire like editors and stuff, but then like, money... Money. VTuber meetup is happening at MagFest on Saturday. I think if you're interested, depends on the time. But I think I'd like to go and say hi to people. Maybe. I think Paichi definitely would want to, so I'll probably accompany her wherever she goes. Oh, have fun, Decker. Oh yes, please do, Captain Krause. Please do. Please do. So New York places, huh? Let's look. New York Gardens. The 10 best New York gardens. The Met Cloisters. And then New York Botanical Garden. Brooklyn Botanic Garden. Kaikwit, the Rockefeller Estate. Old Westbury Gardens. Oh, that one looks so pretty. Utenmeyer Gardens. Whoa. Longhouse Reserve. Interesting. Cornell Botanic Gardens. Noguchi Museum. Buffalo and Erie County Botanical Gardens. So many gardens. Wow. I like pie cheese. I also like pie cheese. Oh god, I'm hungry. Probably gonna end stream in a little bit. To go and eat dinner and stuff. I will miss you guys while I'm away. But, I'm gonna take lots of pictures. I'm gonna post them on social so that you guys can see what kinds of fun places I've seen. I think if it snows, since it'll be your first time seeing it, you should write down how it makes you feel in that moment. Might give you some unique inspiration for your music. Right! True! But also that made me realize just now that, the gardens probably don't have very much greenery in bloom if it is snowing and if it is cold. So maybe I'm not gonna be able to see very much greenery at the gardens. Oh. So then what? I mean, I guess I could go to like a pretty cafe or like a library or something. I don't know. Nature in winter is really beautiful though. I'm looking forward to it then. Prince Street Pizza. Okay, let me write this down. Prince Street Pizza. Oh boy, I'm excited. Pizza! Maybe while you're at a garden, maybe a photo shoot. That'd be nice. I haven't done a photo shoot in a while. I have not done one in almost a year now, I think. I want to do another photo shoot sometime. I want to do a full body photo shoot against a green screen of my like fancy performance outfit. And that'll be like my last time I wear it for a while probably. I think if it's let's see. Nowadays you should look into heading to MagFest for next year since I discovered it's really easy to get there in an hour or less. Oh yeah, you should. Dress warm. I bought myself this cute like bohemian style coat to bring with me on the trip. It's very long. I'm hoping it's not too long because yeah, Kitty Warrior, maybe I'll hit you up. Hopefully it's not too long for me because I know I'm short. But it's like colorful and it's got little floral patterns on it. So it's pretty. It's like Hanacore. It's kind of Hanacore. So hopefully that'll keep me warm. I don't know. I don't have very much warm clothes, so I bought myself a set of like two like heat tech shirts and 2 heat tech leggings. And hopefully I can just wear those underneath other layers and I'll be okay. I don't know. I'm scared. I looked at the weather. I was like, oh, it's so freaking cold. And I looked at how cold it was here. It's like 50 something. And I was like, oh. So how cold is it over in New York and Maryland? And it was like in the 10s. And I was like, huh? I've never been in a place that cold in my life. I'm gonna die. So I'm scared. I'm scared. Some botanical gardens have greenhouses. Those would be green to varying degrees. Ooh, maybe I'll try to find some greenhouses then. It's -2 here now. Disgusting. Oh, bleh. Oh god, I'm scared. Oh, I'm scared. Hopefully Paichi and I stay warm. I hope Paichi has some warm clothes too. I'm scared. But I am excited if I get to see snow. That'll be nice. Phoebe turns into a popsicle. .mkv. Oh god. If I feel like I'm about to die, then I'll put on like Michiteyuku or something. That'll be like the last thing I listen to. The wind chill right now is like -10 degrees Fahrenheit. What the heck? Oh no! If it's this cold here in Louisiana, get hand warmers. They will be your best friends. It's too late now! I'm flying out in like... I'm gonna be on my way to the airport in like less than 12 hours. I'm not gonna be... Ah! Oh no, I should have gotten gloves. I should have gotten mittens. Oh no! Oh, why didn't I think about that? Oh, I'm so scared. I don't know. I'm not very prepared for this trip, to be honest. I told you to be prepared for so see, that's why I got clothes, but I didn't think about my hands. I just didn't think about my hands. Anyway, I'm gonna go get food. I'm gonna be streaming on Irium over the next few weeks while I am traveling, so I'll see you guys there on Irium. I'll see you on Irium. And I'll also see you on socials where I'm gonna be posting little updates about my trip. And wait for me. Thank you guys. Thank you. What's that? What's Irium? Here, let me put the title in there. You may have seen me talk about it a lot on social media and in our Discord server. I won that competition for the Irium and Animate collab and stuff. By the way, it's not been announced yet, but I will be performing at Anime Impulse Los Angeles next month. So hope to see some of you guys there. Because that weekend I am also going down there to see my merchandise in the Animate store. So, let's find people to raid into. Watashi no garden, hateru made. Hito wa deai wakare. See. Who to raid into? Kushide wa mata ten ni ine. Sore demo mamori tsuzuketa te. Watashi no garden, hateru made. Oh! Steiner! Thank you so much for resubscribing at tier 3 for 53 months! I am assuming you've landed now at Mag. Welcome back to the Beehive! How are you? Is it super cold? Steiner, I'm scared. I didn't get mittens for myself or anything. I didn't even realize how cold it was gonna. I mean, I looked it up, but like I didn't like think about my hands. I didn't think about my hands. I don't know, man. I'm scared. Having such a hard time choosing who to raid into. Having such a hard time. Maybe we can raid into darn. Cause like some of the people I would raid into are streaming things that I don't want to raid into. We can raid into Toma. Let's go raid into Toma. Toma is doing Tomathon right now and is playing Inscription, and I love Inscription. So let's go give Toma lots of love on the Twitch side, and then on the YouTube side, we can raid into we can redirect into oh my god, Mint is playing Balatro! I love Balatro. First time playing! Okay, we're raiding into Mint on the YouTube side. So let's see. So, Are You Winning Son is going to be our raid message. Are you winning, son? On the YouTube side. And then on the Twitch side, here are your raid messages. Thank you guys so much. I love you. And I will do my best to have a good time over on the East. Oyasubi, and have a happy rest of your week. Bye bye.